Hey, I'm Barry. I am a sailor and I work on boats, old wooden boats. I do a lot of boat restoration and I am restoring my boat, this wonderful 1956 wooden sailboat. Her name is Dagon, and my girlfriend Haley and I are doing a lot of the work right now to make her look beautiful again, starting to varnish it, and it's starting to look wonderful. So enjoy the episode, and thank you to all of the support we're getting. It's really making a huge difference. It means that I'm actually starting to be able to dedicate a lot of time to this. It wouldn't be possible without the support of our patrons and the viewership and the likes and the comments, and I just wanted to give everybody a very heartfelt thank you for all of the support. And without that, really this wouldn't be as possible as it is right now. Keep doing what you guys are doing, keep tuning in, keep watching, so enjoy. Okay, I woke up pretty early, finished off the sanding on the cabin sides. I'm just starting to apply Cetal. It's supposed to rain in 2 hours, so I'm in a bit of a rush. I know it's probably a varnishing faux pas to do it in the rain, so you just do what you gotta do. But because I'm in a rush, I'll probably just do periodic check-ins and I won't really be able to film this all that well, so apologies. As you can tell, I'm out of breath. I'm hustling. But very excited to have this done. I've been wanting to have this done since I bought the boat. But I've just never dedicated enough time of the day to my boat life. But as you can tell, that has changed. Ooh. This looks so good. Just gonna get one coat on to protect it, and then I'll do some better coats later. I'll probably do a little sand in between just because I'm kind of, you know, there's a bit of dust in this and whatever. But I'll take it. Looks better than that tropical green bullshit. Oh, getting it on the decks. What an amateur. There's a nice bonus. Found out this section along the side of the cabin is actually yellow cedar. And so instead of leaving it white, we're making it bright. And don't worry, I'm repainting the decks at some point, so sure, don't worry. I got this. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys down and slam all this out as quickly as I can before the rain comes. Oh, just in the home stretch now. Yeah, I got a lot on deck, but I also opened up the seams a little bit when I reefed all the material out, and I was a little worried that I would have opened up opportunity for water ingression. That's why, like right here, I'm getting a lot into this upper edge just to, you know, help reseal a tiny bit. I know that's not really the point of Cetal, but every little bit counts right now for water tightness till I really get to hit this a lot harder. So yeah, I just don't want to allow any extra water to come in the meantime. So yeah, in the last like 2 or 3 feet here, and then I'm gonna do the big reveal, which I've been waiting years to see. Let's see how it looks. Oh, Yes, love it. Looking good. Oh, one of my feathers from my jacket got stuck on it. And I might copy what Lynn and Larry did, where they would take their water line and they'd run it up, and I think that would look really good with the paint or with the hull design. Okay, so I've been trying to figure out why this is leaking when there's no water coming to the stuffing box. Looking up there, that the shaft log is dry and that the water is coming from a hole in the epoxy around the shaft log. So I'm hoping I can just patch that and that'll stop that. Okay, well, I gotta put my thinking cap on. I'm gonna come back to this. Cleared out the tent a little bit because I gotta clear it out in the near future anyway, and it's falling down, so screw it. Since I got the Davits on, I just chucked my solars up there. They're ugly, but they're gonna be, I can plug them in and charge my batteries. I don't have time to be fancy right now. Dinghy's looking a little rough. I'm just gonna hit it for a few seconds with the sander, and then I'm probably just gonna chuck my topside paint that I'm gonna put on the boat onto this as well, so she'll be black. Well, it just started to rain, but I just finished sanding it, which is good. Means I'm not painting it today or doing epoxy, but I guess what I can do is start rigging up the davit with block and tackle and try and get it up there, because it can't stay here. It's fucking freezing cold out and raining and blowing super hard, so I need to eat. So I'm gonna make myself some sausage and an espresso, and I'm gonna charge my batteries. I have my little, well, she's getting greasy from all the cooking. Oh, battery's charged, what do you know? Old Lapavoni espresso maker, woo, she's up to pressure. Hard one-handed. Got a sort of sketchy, questionable tester davit rig set up. Just gonna try and haul it up, see what happens. Well, that was a success in the sense that it was a failure. I now have a good idea of what I got to do to change it. As you can see, I couldn't quite get it up high enough, so I got some thinking to do on that, but I'll figure it out. That's a problem for tomorrow, I think. Today is too cold and the sun is setting. Good morning. Oh. Bright, beautiful, sunny day, warm out, and yeah, I'm focusing on top sides and the bottom, doing all the sanding that needs to be done, and Alec is coming out, he's gonna help out as well, and if I'm lucky, I'm gonna slap some black paint on the dinghy, and I think I wanna try putting black paint on at least the stern section and start to see how she looks. I think that'd be really fun. Okay, I got the rubbing strake and pretty much to the bulwarks sanded for the top sides. Now I'm gonna slap some black paint on there, and I even sanded the rubbing strake back, and I'm gonna put some sea towel on that so I can get an idea of what she's gonna look like. Plus there's not much good weather these days, so I'll take it. I'm also gonna flip this guy over and slap some paint on him also. So Haley is heading off to Gabriola. She's gonna go work on perihelion, and she's picking up some stuff at the boatyard, which means I get dropped off at the boatyard.
As well as I'm picking up some fabric for Simon's, what do you call it, the cover business.
Yeah.
So gotta stop, make 2 stops, and then head to the ferry.
Busy. It's been a hectic morning.
Oh, it's hectic because I was hectic. You were not stressed about it, but that therein the problem lies.
I was ready.
Says the guy who put clothes on 2 minutes before we left.
That's all I had to do. Alec is coming to the boatyard, hopefully maybe today. I said that yesterday, but he's on Laskeety time, so probably not. And back to work on Dagon. Picking up the goods for Simon.
Yeah, I thought, sorry, that looked like a shipping door to me. I've never actually been here before.
Yeah, so we'll let you through right now. It says on that shipping door from outside. So
Oh, okay.
you look outside the building, that side says receiving, that side says shipping.
Oh, okay. Next time I will do the right door. Sorry about that.
You see in the office and
Sounds great.
Cool, thank you.
I'll go grab the car.
Cool, thank you. Another receipt. I have a 25 horsepower Volvo Penta MD2B that's going in here. My focus is, I have a couple projects on the go. One of them is that the stern tube or the shaft log, it currently weeps water through the keel fin from the inside of the boat out of the cutlass bearing, which means if I was to put the boat in the water, it would do that in reverse. It would leak from the cutlass bearing into the boat. So I have to fix that, and it looks like a pretty easy job, so I'm gonna try and solve that one. Yeah, so today I'm gonna mix up some epoxy, stuff a piece into the leaking shaft log, and hopefully that stops that. I also have a bunch of cougar tallow that I'm gonna melt, and I'm gonna pour into the area that the water pours into the boat from in reverse. Hopefully that hardens up and prevents water from flowing. Let's see how this all goes. So I epoxy sealed all the way around here. I was really careful with it because I did not want that stern, there's a bronze sleeve in there. I didn't want it wiggling around at all. I didn't consider the design of this boat very fully, which is that it's a bunch of laminations in here. So obviously when water gets in the bilge here, it's gonna weep in these cracks and fill in the area around the bronze sleeve in there, which means if there's a leak at the bottom end, at the cutlass bearing, which I didn't carefully seal, so there is a leak, it will fill the area around the bronze sleeve in here and come all the way up to here. This is well below the water line, and it will seep into the boat through those voids, which makes perfect sense. So I have to drill a hole up here down to access the void around this, but not, I'm gonna do my best not to puncture the bronze sleeve. So the goal is, in drilling that hole, I'll be able to pour a bunch of cougar tallow into that void, which will, it'll be melted and warm, so it'll run down to the bottom and it'll be in liquid form, but by the time a couple hours goes by, it'll have re-solidified, and when it's in the cold water, it'll stay solidified. So there's going to be a 2-layer protection to this. It's going to be epoxy sealed here and epoxy sealed at the end. And the void, as best as I can do it, will be filled with tallow, so that will prevent any moisture from being able to weep in. So that's my plan. So step 1 that I'm going to do now, because I'm in the boat, is drill the hole, and it's going to be pretty precarious. I really don't want to nick that tube, so I'm going to try and drill beside it and just do a lot of checking, make sure I'm not seeing any bronze shavings, and hopefully I get pretty close to beside it. Because it's going to be greasy, I'll just jam a dowel into it, a piece of probably red cedar once again, and hammer it in there nice and tight. Really hard to tell. Time to pop this off. Well, since I'm not going to be able to see this because of the angle, I'm going to chuck you guys in there. I mean, it's only a few inches in, so yeah, I'm not seeing a puncture anywhere. So that's really good news. Means I have access to the void. I'll show you guys what's going on inside here. So I've drilled down. Looks like I'm right beside it, right? Does look like maybe I nicked it. I definitely nicked it, but whether or not it's a problem. Yeah, so there's, I think I'm seeing a bit of a void beside it that maybe I can clean that out a bit better, get a bigger drill bit up here. And yeah, I gotta watch this footage back. Okay, so I just reviewed the footage. I think that's good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug the hole at the stern and hit it with a heat gun so that I can be done with that project sooner than later. And then heat up some tallow, pour it into this hole right here in front of me. And if it doesn't want to go anywhere, then I just try again. And then plug this hole. So hopefully I pour tallow in and it just disappears. That'd be wonderful. If not, yeah, like I said, I'll try another hole, probably the next frame station aft, and pour some in there. I don't like having to do that drilling twice because that was a close call. Yeah, don't want a hole in that. But we saw from the inside there is no hole, so worst place Ontario, I just put a bit of tallow in, it goes nowhere, then I would plug this. Okay, next step, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna drill out that thing a little bit, mix up some epoxy, and cram some wood in there. Got a tiny drill bit, got a slightly bigger drill bit, got my resin and my hardener, got some sawdust to thicken with, and red cedar I'll jab in there, fill the void, and no time like the present. It's 2 to 1, so I did 10 milliliters of hardener, 20 milliliters of resin. It's way more epoxy than I need, but I'll smear it all around in there anyway, get a good seal for sure. Just added some sawdust. It's my kind of go-to when I don't have other stuff. It works well, has the color, and I don't know. I haven't had any issues with it. It stays watertight, works good for me. Jam this in there. I can even find it anymore. Okay. If this breaks off, it's kind of ideal. Oh, I got it in maybe ½ inch total from when I put the tip in to when it gave way. So I'll call that a plugged hole. Oh yeah, it's flush too, that's good. So I'm just gonna schmoo some more epoxy everywhere just because I need this to be very sealed. And schmoo it if you got it, you know? Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that. I'll have to do some cleanup, but I'm hoping that really sealed everything off. Hole is plugged with red cedar and there's epoxy on everything, so wish me luck. I need this to work. Up and down. Find my heat gun, so I'll just put a heater on it. It's not perfect, but it's getting warm. That'll help it kick off a little quicker. Well, because I got a bunch of glass sheet left over from that really thick stuff, like little offcuts from the perihelion deck, plus some thin stuff. I'm going to finish off this section. I'm gonna fill in this void a bit better with some thick, and I'm gonna put a bunch of glass sheets over top of all of this. Okay, so it is, I don't know, 8 o'clock at night now. Alec came and went. We had a couple options what we could do, but we looked at the weather and we decided that probably our best bet was to prep the deck for glass, which we did. Now the edge of the deck is flush to the side of the cabin top, and it's got a nice round over on it, and the glass on deck that is there is feathered away. So tomorrow I'm going to mix up a ton of epoxy and lay it down and hit it with a heater so it kicks off. Yeah, it's all coming together. See you tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just laying down the glass. And then I'm gonna start trimming it, cut it around here, and then slather it in epoxy. Exciting. Okay, I got everything trimmed, ready for glassing. We're just gonna make the decision as to whether I put this extra layer on underneath or on top. I think underneath would probably present cleaner, easier to smooth out the sand. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll probably go underneath and then regret it. But here we go. Time to start mixing up some epoxy. I didn't film it yesterday, but I'm waiting for the glass to kick off. Got a propane heater on the end. I'd like to really expedite it. I just want it done, but in the meantime I might as well do something, so I'm just going to sand the top of my hatch and get her done, slap some Cetal on it. Alright, got the hatch sanded. I'm just gonna dust it off and slap a really rough coat of Cetal on it. I still have a little repair to do there, but I'll do that another time. Sand it inside a tiny bit just at the companionway, and I'm excited. That's gonna look really good. Been moving the heater along. It is slowly but surely helping all of this epoxy kick off. It was still really tacky today. Yeah, I just want to be able to sand this today and slap paint on it, but I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. Still not 100%. I don't know if I could sand it. So I went over the bow again with 220 because I only did 80 grit last time. So I want a better finish on it. You could tell it was sanded pretty poorly. So I got it nice and fair. I just hit that with 40, then 80, now 120, and then, so I'm almost done hitting it with 120, and then I'm gonna hit it with 220, and then hopefully one coat of paint should do. I'm just still sanding hours later. Be nice to have port side wrapped up before the end of the day. We'll see what I can do. No dice. Sun has set and a squall rolled through, so I had to panic, put everything away. All right, just sanded the top. I'm just gonna slap some paint on it right now so the UV from the sun doesn't degrade the epoxy any. So not only do I get to see this finished, but I also get to see what the new deck color is gonna look like. This feels great. I just got it all slapped on, and one thing I really like about this paint is it's cheap, it's household, it's easy to buy, easy to find, and the more layers you put on, the thicker it gets, the rubberier it gets, the better it gets, and the sloppier you do it, the better grip you get on it. So it's awesome, easy for touch up, and you know, you just hit it for 10 minutes every year and it works fucking amazingly. And it kind of gets darker over time too, which I really like. So here it is, let's take a look. Whoa, it's been a long time in the making. I'm really happy with the color too. It's just, this stuff dries almost immediately too. It's actually already dry. And I literally just finished painting. Yeah, it's like a slightly grayish color instead of the really rather bright white that's over here. It'll tone down, I think, the glare in my eye when I'm sailing, which is good. I might even try and find a slightly darker tone at some point. Oh, not dry in the shade. I did this really sloppy because I already have epoxy on here, so I'm just going to scrape it all off and then re-Cetal all this. But I just wanted to make sure I got a nice tight rubbery seal here. And I just like dabbed it with the brush and got a nice grippy texture right on the edge. Yeah, the stuff protects really well. It's meant for exterior decks, so love it. Wonderful. Now I'm going to slap that trim on, but I got to do a little bit more cleanup on it first. Alright, just hit this with a paint scraper. It's not flawless, I can get it better eventually, but one thing I wanted to say was get yourself one of these. It's incredible, and you can sharpen the edge. It's honestly invaluable. It's the best paint scraper out there, period. I mean, prove me wrong. Alright, my grinder was dead, so I had to borrow one, and I had like 15 minutes to do this, so I didn't film any of it. I just crushed it out. There was a bunch of Sikaflex on the back of it, so I just got rid of the majority of it and got it more or less ready to mount. Yeah, I just slapped the trim on. It looks so much more complete. Oh, baby. Woo! New deck. Stoked. I just got some goodies for Dagon. A whole bunch of goodies. This stuff I bought. This I was given, which I'm very excited about. This is all stuff for hoisting the tender. This setup did not work, so I got exactly what I needed. And I got little fair leads, which I'm super stoked about, that are gonna go on the deck back there, so that it'll come down from the block and go in there. Super exciting. Got some more sea towel because it's going really well. And I love this rope, black 3-strand. But I'm gonna open this up because I'm super stoked. This is my battery that I was given by Red Odo. It is a 200 amp hour lithium LifePo 4. It's 200 amp hours and it has the 200 amp BMS in it. Because it has the 200 amp BMS in it, I'm able to run my 2000 watt Renergy inverter off of it entirely. I don't need 2 batteries. So that was why I was so keen on this battery in particular. And it is super affordable. I'll do a breakdown of the numbers later when I do a full video about this. Oh. What is in there? What's in the box? What's in the box? Nice. Bunch of documentation. Temperature data on it. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, it's got everything you need to know about it.
Tear me off.
Do it, baby. Oh, there's goodies.
Little stuff. Oh, that's a good way to not lose everything. Oh, how about that?
Oh, look at her. Live
Feels
bold,
strong.
baby.
Bold will hold. So. How to slowly open a box.
How to slowly open a box using a Japanese
It's
marking.
very much a wood boat builder's way of opening a box.
Yeah, nothing goes quickly. It's actually going to take 4 times longer than we thought it
And the
was going to take
tools
to
are
open.
fucking 40 years old.
Boat building.
Oh,
Here.
so young, so bold, so strong. I like the look of it. It's very clean
Yeah.
and young looking.
It appeals to my hip younger
Oh, and
generation.
it is actually for specifically marine use, right?
It is sealed up here. So
Yeah, because they delivered it sideways in the box to my apartment. That freaked me out when I was like, they're sealed.
and
But it is really sealed.
compared to a D, like lead acid battery, this is so light. Like,
I mean, I had trouble carrying it after a couple glasses of wine, but
I mean, it's
that's
not
just
light,
me.
but it's certainly not as heavy as
I
it would
managed
be.
to drag it like a corpse through the hallway.
Oh, I'm stoked on this. This should be able to run my entire boat, which is crazy. It's actually more battery capacity than I've ever had on my boat, so
That's
this
cool.
is gonna be pretty wild.
Sweet. So that was the unboxing.
Woo! Unboxing, sponsored stuff.
Unboxed.
Y'all been unboxed. More goodies. I'm stoked. Oh my god, it's cold. My hands are so sore, but this new rig works really well. It's exactly what I like to see. Hell yes, this works fucking phenomenally. So it's just a simple 4-to-1 on each side. Makes it really easy to hoist. And there's already cleats on deck back there. She's nice and out of the way. Wonderful. I'll put it down to approximately slightly lower than water level, aka where the dinghy will sit while it's in the water, and then cut the rope to length. But this is great. Whoa. Nice and secure, out of the way. Amazing. Yep, that looks pretty badass. Big fan of this. Oh, that's wonderful. Look at that. Beauty. Deck's all painted. No more exposed epoxy. Looks really good above that trim. Woo! I just put some seam compound in some of the stuff just to fair it out a little bit. I've done a bunch of additional work on the top sides beyond sanding it, just so it, you know, she has like a, I wanted to have like a 20-foot finish. She was, when I first painted this, it was kind of more closer to a 50-foot finish, so I've just slapped some shit in there just to be able to sand it back, and it'll look a lot nicer. And fixed a little whammo up there. May or may not have hit something on my first time out on the boat. And yeah, just doing a little bit more surface prep like that, and then I'll be able to sand the boat, and she's gonna look fantastic. Let's see if this is kicking off yet. Not yet.
Literally just got here to help Barry with his boat, and immediately there's no stairs, so I'm trying to crawl down the hatch, and I hit my fucking bridge of my nose right here already. It's gonna be a good day.
Haley and I are doing our best to get the cockpit entirely finished regarding CTOL and sanding, and we're 80% of the way there. Very exciting. It's gonna be a big change to the way the boat looks in a couple hours. Here's the before beer. Oh, support us on Patreon so we can buy more beer.
Eye goggles.
And eye goggles.
And maybe a respirator.
Yeah, maybe a respirator. Yeah, I'm gonna go get beer. She's almost finished sanding this down. This side is done.
Honestly, even when I finish, I don't really feel like it feels finished because there's still like more.
You gotta take the small victories, babe. This is actually a pretty huge victory. She needs beer so bad.
My beer nutrients, the minerals from the beer. That's
Yeah,
what I need.
they're critical for
Sure that
sanding.
means I'm an alcoholic because my body's going into sad mode. But I don't
That
have
is
beer.
a sign, I think. Yeah, we're getting
So
there. We're
this is
getting
life or
there.
death, then, is what you're saying. Okay.
Get sanding.
Keys are on the bed.
Happy girl. Are you getting a sunburn?
No, I wear sunscreen.
Oh, you were just bent over and you're a little red.
Is it just my
No.
bruise?
Yeah, she conked her noggin. Cheers to... Whoa! Chug, 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 chug.
I thought about chugging it just for TV, but then I realized I'm still a lady.
Babe, it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, obviously. That side is like, I did it really good actually.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Really washes down the sand. Oh, nip.
Mm. Oh
That's
shit.
not attached.
No, it's like Captain Ron.
Yeah, it's just a little dry rotting is what happened.
Yeah. Oh boy. That only cost me $300, so thank God that didn't. What happened? That screw pulled right out. Dang. Strong girl. Okay, leave me alone, guys. I'm on Smoko. So officially,
No.
there's no more green.
Oh, okay. Is it?
No. Well, just way up at the bow, but that doesn't count because I got to rebuild all that. Shush your mouth.
We don't get
I'm
that.
trying to get excited.
No, we don't get that yet.
It's not. It's too soon.
No, it's too soon. If you sand that front face though, that's all sanded and ready to see all now.
Ho ho.
That's, I think, what the goal is.
Let's put the 220 on. Give it a quick schmoo.
The opposite of schmoo, really. Schmoo. Schman. Also, my first power tool that I ever bought.
Whoa. You haven't done the best part.
What?
Writing your name on it.
Oh yeah. Right. I'm just gonna write "fuck off," and then you'll know it's on.
Don't even think about it.
Don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. I'm serious. Don't even
Babe, it looks...
stop looking at it.
Where'd it go? Damn it. Oh, it's got my battery on it. It's got my name on it.
Damn it. I guess I should probably buy batteries for my tools.
No, Seattle is glorious.
Oh, really? Fucking right. I was about to complain about your patchy ass job.
No, it'll
Cool.
Holy moly. How you feel about that?
Pretty good. It's getting windy out and I'm
Yeah.
really cold.
Same.
So, that was a lot.
That
That's
was-
a fucking huge step forward.
That was a backbreaker. We gotta still sand the little base on the combing.
5 hours?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, man.
yeah. But
Time really melts away.
it's worth it though, holy fuck. So yeah, like painted back here,
Yeah.
grippy. Epoxy here is now protected. And all this is done. So we gotta get the white down here. And
Yeah, so just basically I'll start over here and I'll just fucking work my way all around the boat tomorrow.
yeah, hit all that white.
And then I'll probably try and double top some C-tall sections and wipe everything. Just get all the dust, because that's the rest of our sanding on the
Yeah.
top side.
Totally.
That's a fucking wrap.
Oh, look at, oh, this is such a good angle.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Look at this.
Look at it from the other side with the tender.
Oh, yeah, this is the side. Got the sunlight on it. Oh,
Yeah, not a bad place to chill and drink a beer.
yeah, man.
Now it's not exactly my dream life yet, but it's like it's getting there.
We're getting there. Oh, here's the angle. Look at that shit. Oh,
Fucking chilly out.
yeah, it is. The temperature really dropped. And then
Yeah, we almost wore t-shirts today and then we just didn't get
I was in a t-shirt today. And look at that new deck. Oh,
Yeah, that white will be gone tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna make a huge difference. And then the base looking, this just needs to be repainted.
Yeah,
Too,
deck
so-
repainted. Yeah, a little sand and repaint.
Maybe I'll do the sweet too of this. 'Cause
Yeah.
Now this is done.
Yeah.
Oh shit. go say. Yeah, it looks great. And I'm the little white spot.
Holy fuck. What a little cutie.
I like her little porthole right at the eye and the little black line where you did the Sika. It looks like a little mustache or mouth.
Oh,
She looks like a little narwhal.
she is a narwhal. That actually would be a good name for her.
Narwhal? And just have like a little narwhal face, like a bomber, like one of those old school bombers, like the sharks.
Yeah,
That
totally.
actually would be so cute. Oh my god, maybe my future boat looks like a little animal.
This doesn't look like the $2,500 boat I bought.
I mean, it still looks like a.
Oh, it's a.
Top looks like money, but the rest of it still looks like.
It looks like
$25
progress
boat.
though, which is really cool.
She's like a 1 kilometer finish.
Yeah, right now.
It's just a boat called Neglect. That's
Yeah.
the documentary. Yeah, it's Dagon just abusing us.
Yeah, she is. Dagon and we're in abusive relationships with boats. They're very demanding women. Yeah, yeah. Oh, all the way down the neck.
I was just drinking. Because boats.
The life we live.
You're lucky I like you. Dagon's like your child. It's like
You haven't-
guys watched the movie The Whale. It's like the daughter from
Oh
The Whale.
no. Well, you guys haven't bonded yet, you and Dagon.
Well,
She
punched
bonked-
me in the face today,
Yeah.
so that was
It's
cool.
a troubling relationship
Thanks,
currently.
girl. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
It was really nice. I'm trying to help you. I am kind of like grating off her skin, but it's like a exfoliation.
Yeah,
treatment at
totally.
the spa. You're fucking welcome.
I mean, she's fucking. She almost broke my back, and I got a concussion inside her once.
Right.
Yeah, she's done damage to me.
Well, you know what?
Hey, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. It's quite wonderful watching her transform into such a beautiful boat. Tune in for the next episode to watch her get a full makeover on port side. Thanks so much to everybody who's supporting us on Patreon and everybody who's watching and donating through YouTube. It's truly mind-blowing that people are willing to support us this way, and it's really making a big difference. And thanks so much to Haley for breaking your back on this boat. It means a lot to me.